the cloud. Okay, so we are recording now. I'm going to do speaker view. And we're going to go over a few things tonight. Okay. We're going to go over a few things tonight as far as new distributors. So this is a newbie to Ruby training. I'm going to be doing some screen sharing, and I'm going to have Michael talk about a few things tonight as well. I'm super excited to have her on as a guest speaker. But the first thing I'm going to do, and let me go ahead and screen share this, is your eSuite. So for those who have not checked this out, you need to check this out like ASAP. Because this is your back office. This is where you're going to have like the ability to run reports, move people, see your volume, everything that you could ever need as far as like logistics and statistics and stuff like that for your business is right here. So I'm going to log in, and your login ID, like username, is not your email. It's going to be the ID number that you were given when you submitted your distributor when you submitted to be a distributor. So I'm going to use my mom's because she's new. I just signed her up this month. So let me see if I can get this to work. Nope, we don't want mine. And it's logging in. Okay, so this is your main screen that you're going to get when you log in. Make sure. Okay, so this is the main screen that you're going to get when you log in. And if you haven't already logged in, you'll see a tax information come up that you need to fill out to go ahead and access everything else. So you're going to fill your tax information out. The thing you're wanting to do from here is go to, where is it? Oh, auto shipment. I'm looking by it. You're going to want to go ahead and turn on your auto shipment. Now, your auto shipment is extremely important. And the reason is because you either have to run your 80 BV auto shipment to be commission qualified or have 150 in personal volume. So for those who do not know, each product is worth so much in volume. And to be commission qualified, like I said, you either have to have 150 in personal volume, which usually that's about 4 to 5 customers depending on what they order. Or instead of having to stress out about that, you can just run your 80 BV. You just have to run your 80 BV auto shipment. So that means being a product of the product, definitely showing people that you use these products, that you believe in these products. That's something from day one I have done. I boosted my kit with our hair, skin, and nails, and what was it? Our hair, skin, and nails, and our Confianza when I started, and those were my game changers because those are probably one of the most, like, those are the top products that I sell. That's one of the top products that I sell because I personally use those and I have amazing results with that. So if you have not set up your 80 BV auto shipment, I highly recommend that you do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set this one up. You're going to go to create new auto shipment, and you can buy the wraps, because if you buy the wraps for $59, you can go ahead and turn around and sell those for $25 a piece. And those are 54 in BV, but you need 80 in BV. So what you're going to do is you can add those to your cart. So you can turn around and make $100 off of those. But then you can also sell, say you want to get the defining gel, or let's go to greens. I know how much those retail for. Like, we'll do the chocolate greens because those retail for $55. You cannot sell these as loyal customer discounted prices. So say you buy the chocolate blend of greens, you can't turn around and sell it to somebody for $33. You have to sell it for $55, what it retails for if they were going to buy it retail. Because that's against compliance. If you buy a product and sell it for the loyal customer discount, they need to sign up as a loyal customer to get that. Otherwise, they need to buy at retail prices. So you can buy this and sell it retail prices. So you can obviously make your money right back and ensure you're commission qualified. So you can do it that way as well. But to get the discount, they need to be a loyal customer. So you can configure your auto shipment depending on what day you want it to run. You can run it from the 1st up to the 25th of every single month. After the 25th, it cannot run. So I always run mine the 25th. Some people say they run theirs their very first day of the month to make sure that they are commission qualified. It is totally up to you, just as long as you run it before the 25th. I'm just going to do July 25th. So you're commission qualified for this month. You're going to ship it to this address. And then you can do the standard shipping method, whatever you're wanting to do. And then use your primary card. There's one thing I want to definitely make sure that you look at. Okay, so this is something that is really big. You have to click this big green button that says save your auto shipment. Otherwise, it's not going to save it. So it's not going to run if you don't save it. So you have to save it for it to process. And like I said, you can pick the day or whatever. So just make sure you hit that big green button up here at the top that says save your auto shipment. So you make sure that it saves. I'm just going to exit out of that because I don't need that one to run. Okay, so what I'm going to do also, you notice how when I logged in, I used that number. A lot of people can't remember their number. So I'm going to go down here to settings and login to change that to desired username. So what I'm going to do is do my mom's name, just Rebecca Boyd, and hit save. And you can change that to whatever you want so you don't have to remember that username, the number, because I already have mine personally saved. But just make sure you're doing that. You can do that so you don't have to remember that. If you have not already, since you're new, and even for new, like existing distributors like me and Michael, I'm gone to this training academy and it has been amazing. For all of the information they've updated and whatnot, it's truly amazing because you can go to Newbie and get all of these videos and all of this about what to do, checklists, steps to success, what blitzing is, just getting started, party pad, like tons and tons of different things going over the compensation. And as you advance in ranks, it unlocks a new like a new section of training, which is absolutely amazing. And we just launched this last week. And definitely, if you have not checked that out, look at that because that is there to help you and give you the training that you need. I personally have a bootcamp page for my new distributors, but I think this is amazing. I know that when you get started, sometimes you don't have access to this for at least like 24 hours or so, or at least my new distributors didn't. So I just went ahead and sent them to my bootcamp page. But after you've been in this, like at least 24 hours, definitely take a look at this because you will have access to this and watch through all of the videos. Reports. Something that I love about our reports section, and I'm in here at least once a day, looking over personally enrolled team and tree viewer. When you enroll somebody as a distributor or a customer, they're going to pop up here and it's going to be, it's going to light up in green and then it's going to give you like all of their information. You can scroll over and move them because they'll be under the actions tab. So if you need help doing that, we can help you do that. But that's something I really like is you can move people under different people like for volume and whatnot. But also a tree viewer. this is something where you're going to go to get like ID numbers, figure out where people are placed and stuff like that. See, this is my mom's, and it shows like all of her distributors, and then you can click loyal customers and show all of her loyal customers and whatnot, and you can search. Like, it's truly amazing. I love the way that they've laid this out. So I'm here at least once a day figuring out who needs to go where, volumes, how many customers everybody has, stuff like that. So that's really great. And also, if you don't know, you can enroll customers, distributors, from just going to this orders tab. So like we set up our auto shipment, but you can check out your applicator rewards, which is your wrap rewards. When you earn those, it's within, especially like your first 30 days, if you sign 2 customers, you get a wrap reward, which is a box of wraps for $25. It could be a wraps or our facials for just $25, and you go to applicator rewards to redeem those. But to enroll a new customer, you just go to enroll new customer, and it pops up. You can enroll a retail, a loyal, or even a distributor.
What? That's a good idea.
Okay. So you're just going to go here to enroll new people as well. So that's something I really like about this. You have the ability to do that in your back office. The only thing mandatory in this business is our eSuite, and it's just $20 a month. So let me turn this, stop sharing. Okay, the only thing mandatory in this business is our back office, which is just $20 a month. And I mean, you saw the importance of our back office. You have training, you have the ability to move people, you can run reports, set up your auto shipment and everything. So that's something I highly recommend that you keep on your shipment every single month. If you need help figuring out if you have that turned on or not, let me know, because we can figure that out. But this is something that, to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, you need to have this on to be able to access all of that information. And I mean, like I said, it's only $20 a month. And I know some people, $20, like, it's $20. But I mean, you just need to sell a wrap. Sell 1 wrap a month and you can pay for your auto shipment. Selling wraps, $25. So you have $5 extra after that. But definitely have your eSuite auto shipment on. And I highly recommend having your ADBV auto shipment on for those reasons that I explained, to be commission qualified, to be a product of the product. So those are just no-brainers. If you can't afford your auto shipment, you sell those wraps and be able to pay for your auto shipment. That's just something it's like another expense, a bill that you have. Like, this is something, if you truly want to be successful in this business, you need to believe in it and you need to be a product of the product. So I highly recommend running your auto shipment every single month, because I do. I mean, I love our products. I've always said since day one, if I was not a distributor, I would be a customer for life, because I absolutely love our products. So I definitely have mine and my husband's on every single month. So if you need help setting that up, we can get that taken care of. Also, pay. For those who do not know about our pay portal, you can either set it up by waiting until you get at least $21 in sales, or you can go to, let me share this and we'll just do it from here. We'll go to www.my, oh, no, come on thing, you need to work. It works. Pay.com. And we'll log in here. Oh, why is this here? Need to move. Well, that didn't work. I think this is it. Just Google it. But the thing is, you will get an email if you get over $21 in pay, like in commissions or fast start bonus or whatever. But the thing is, what you need to do to put in, if you've not gotten that and you just want to go ahead and set up your pay portal, you'll just need to click this forgot password, and then you can just reset it and then log back in. So you can go ahead and do that before you get paid, just so it's out of the way. And the way we get paid is we either have a direct deposit or you can apply for an It Works debit card. So let's go ahead and stop sharing. You can do an It Works debit card. I personally have not gotten the It Works debit card. It's just easier for me to do a direct deposit, so that's one less card I have to keep up with. But it's totally up to you as whatever you're wanting to do. So you can go ahead and get that set up whenever you want. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is a daily checklist. If you do not have a daily checklist, you need to go ahead and start doing one. I do one every single day before I go to bed for the next day. I just think better in the evening because in the morning I'm just not a morning person. So I think better in the evening, and I want to plan out what I want to get done the next day. There are 6 things you need to have on your checklist every single day. Aside from the normal things that you're going to do anyway, as far as It Works related. The 6 things you're going to want to have on your checklist is posting, expanding your network. Posting, I post, it just depends on the day, but I post anywhere from 5 to 9 times a day. Totally up to you on how many times you post a day, but you need to make sure they're genuine and it's quality posts, not spammy posts or anything like that. Quality over quantity. I know a girl who only posts like twice a day, but her posts are so good. So she only posts twice a day, but they're super quality posts. So it's totally up to you, whatever works best for your business. You just got to figure it out. But posting, expanding your network. Expanding your network, you have to do every single day. You need to be following and adding new people every single day, not just like 2 or 3 people. When I got serious about this business, I was maxing out my followings per day, which is like 400 on Instagram a day. And like Facebook's a little different because of algorithm, but I was like friending 20 to 30 people a day on Facebook. So if you're not expanding your network, like you're not going to go anywhere because you're going to be talking to the same people over and over and over again. And that's not how you build a business. You grow your business by expanding your network, by reaching out to new people. So you have to be doing that every single day. It may not need to be 400 people, but that was just what I needed to do to be serious about this business, was following 300 to 400 people a day. You also don't want on Instagram your followers to be less than your following. Like you don't need to be following 7,000 people and only have like 200 people following you on Instagram, for instance, because that looks like a spam account. So I use the Cleaner app to be able to unfollow people who aren't following me. So I highly recommend getting that app as well to keep your Instagram kind of in balance, because I'm more on Instagram than I am on Facebook. I've just started kind of using both of them recently, but I used to be like huge on Instagram and not hardly anything on Facebook. That was just my personal preference. But posting, expanding network, messaging, and following up with people. Like if you're not talking to people, your business is not open. Posting is not messaging. Posting is not asking. You have to be asking people every single day about this business and telling them about it. Otherwise, you're not going to go anywhere. Nobody's going to reach out to you usually. Like I don't have people reaching out to me. I message people and be like, oh, that's so awesome. Like, I'm so glad you messaged me about that. I was interested. They didn't message me. I messaged them. So you need to be messaging people, and following up with people are really key, because it usually takes like 9 to 20 times following up with someone before they even commit. So you have to be writing these people down. Anytime you talk to somebody and they respond back to you about the business or a product, you write them down on a follow-up list. And I have those in our bootcamp pages to be able to, like, I've created graphs or tables to be able to keep organized from day one. Otherwise, it's super hard to catch back up. So definitely, like Michael knows, it's super hard to catch up if you were not organized from day one. So definitely make sure that you are organized from day one. Oh, crap. Okay. To stay organized. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Definitely make sure, like I said, be organized. Interacting is another point on your daily 6 list. It's interacting with people, getting on your Facebook and Instagram, interacting with those potential people that you've talked to, people you think are going to be amazing at this business, liking and commenting on their picture. And like Tiffany Herr has always said, and I've definitely followed this, I think it's really key for us. If you have not interacted with somebody before you message them, that's like a no-no. Like, you do not have the right to message anybody unless you have interacted with them. And I mean like liking 5 of their pictures and commenting on 2 of them, because otherwise it's going to be cold messaging, which I will get into in a minute because I have a big spill on that. But like, you need to be interacting with these people, building relationships, not just selling to people. Like, you truly need to care about these people and want to find a product or the business to be able to help them. So interacting. And then the last one, which is for me the most important one, is self-development. If you are not pouring into yourself, you cannot pour out into other people. You have to have your cup filled before you can give to anybody else. And this is something I do every single morning. Is I put on an audiobook, I read my Bible, some kind of self-development, to be able to just fill my cup up in the morning so I can pour out into my team, so I can pour out into my customers and be able to help as many people as I possibly can. You cannot pour out into other people if your cup is not filled. You're going to get burnout, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to end up quitting because you have not poured into yourself and done personal development. If you need some personal development, I have some in our bootcamp page as far as like audiobooks I listen to, because I'm not a big reader. I would rather listen to something while I'm like cleaning or whatever, getting my morning stuff out of the way so I can work my business in the afternoon. But there are some good audiobooks in that that I definitely recommend. One is definitely Rhinoceros Success, Go Pro, I think is what it is, or Go Pro by Eric Worre. Isn't that what it's called? So, like, there are tons of them, and I've screenshotted them, put them in our bootcamp page. Okay, so shifting gears. Those are the 6 things. Posting, expanding network, messaging, following up, interacting, and self-development. Okay, I guess it was 5, not 6. 5 things you need to do daily. Okay, so I'm going to talk about how to go Ruby, which is something that people definitely have asked about as far as like, what's Ruby? How do you promote? What do I need to do? And I don't have a Ruby chart on here. Let me see if I can find one on our screen share. The way you can find different things is going to your document library. You can find rules, regulations, charts, things that you need, just whatever. And you just search charting for Ruby. It's super simple. Go let it load. Okay, so this is charting for Ruby. Basically, Ruby is an average of $500 a month. It can vary. It can be more. It can be less. Just depends on your volume, basically. But Ruby is having 5 people join your team. You can have 3 people on your top line, and then one of those 3 have 2 more under them, which is your box for Ruby or charted for Ruby. So I know a lot of people, they're charted for all of these promotions and everything, but that doesn't mean that you've promoted yet. You're just lacking volume. You have all of the spots for your distributors filled. You're just lacking the volume. So basically, this is our steps to success. Like, you get 3 distributors each month and then 4 customers a month. Oh man, that's bad thunder. But being chartered for Ruby is 3 distributors and then 2 more under that. And each of these need 400 in group volume. So like I said before, having 150 in personal volume, these people just need to have 400 in group volume. So if they have multiple customers, or they can even have distributors under them and their volume goes up to them to create group volume. So that's all you need to be able to go Ruby, is having those 3 people and 2 more, and then having the 400 in group volume. And then you're Ruby, and then you can continue to promote to like Emerald and Diamond and Double and Triple and Presidential and Ambassador. And there's just 8 ranks in this business. Well, technically 9, but there's only 2 people that are Black Diamond. Well, 2 couples that are Black Diamond. So I say 8, but that's technically like how you go Ruby. All 5 have to be in the 400 in group volume. They have to have at least their first 4 customers, and they have to be commission qualified. So it is really key that you get these 4 customers and be commission qualified, and get your team commission qualified and their 4 customers. So 4 customers a month is about what you need to be able to be commission qualified for like 150 in personal volume. But if you signed the end of June and this first week of July and you get 4 customers, that means you get $100 shopping spree. So let me figure out how to stop this. That's $100 shopping spree. And you can use that on gear. You can use that on products to try out. I highly recommend getting gear. I mean, I always wear, this is one of our new ones from Green Carpet. This is probably my favorite shirt now because it's super comfortable. And it's super cute. Like, all of our clothes are so cute, but you get this $100 shopping spree. I highly recommend buying it because it's basically a reverse blitz. And that means that somebody asks you, like, if you have an It Works shirt on, they're going to be like, what works? And that's a perfect way to be able to lead into the business or lead into our products. So I truly wear our products I wear our gear every single day. And like, I love being able to wear it because I'm a walking billboard. People have no questions on what I do because I'm a walking billboard. I'm an It Works billboard. And they ask me all the time, like, what works? Like, what is that? Your shirt is so cute. Where did you get that? And you're like, oh, it's definitely like a work shirt. And it's like super cute. So I highly recommend spending it on gear. You can buy products or whatever, but I think that you should get gear because I love our gear. But you get a $100 shopping spree if you get your first 4 customers in your first 30 days, if you signed up last week or this week. But the thing is, like, if you get your first 2 customers, like I talked about with our wrap reward, that means you're fast start qualified. Okay, so you get your box of wraps for $25. So say you start signing distributors and you sign 5 distributors and each of them get 2 customers in their first 30 days. If they sign within last week or this week, the end of June or beginning of July, usually our Fast Start bonuses are $100 bonuses, and those are paid out every single Friday. But if they joined the end of June or the first week of July, those are doubled. So that's $200 for each person. So say you sign 5 people to join this business this week, that's $1,000 in your pocket, not including commissions. So that's just bonuses. And those are paid out, like I said, weekly. So that's $1,000. What could $1,000 do? On top of our residual income. So I highly recommend shooting for these distributors as well as getting them Fast Start qualified with their first 2 to 4 customers a month. Everyone, like I said, everyone who signed last week and this week have double Fast Start bonuses. I'm going to go ahead and switch this and let Michael talk about signing distributors because she was amazing last week. I don't even know exactly how many you signed, but it was like over 30. So I'm going to unmute you and let you talk about that a little bit.
Okay, just kind of jump in.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell everybody who you are, how long you've been in this business, and what you were doing to be able to get so many customers or so many distributors and staying motivated, and just kind of go from there.
Okay. So my name's Michael. I've been in since February of last year, so a year and a half-ish. I I'm just gonna tell you just a little bit about my story. So I went Ruby in my first 45 days and got the $1,000 Ruby bonus. And then after that, I was like, woohoo, I got my bonus, I'm making money. And I just kind of was off and on throughout the rest of the year. And then, which was not good. Don't do that. And then I went to a conference and, it was awesome and everything, but I just still didn't feel that motivation for whatever reason. And so really in May is when I really started being consistent with my self-development and all of that. And I'm going to say that self-development, the sooner that you realize how important this is, the sooner you're going to have success. If I wouldn't have wasted that whole year, just slacking off and not doing it, I would have been a lot closer to where I wanted to be. So I started doing self-development and I was still feeling a little bit discouraged. So then I started with the positive affirmations, and that is also super important. The more I started saying I believe in myself, I can do this, I am a diamond leader. And for me, it was God is going to bring me a diamond team. And I really just started to believe that. And now I feel so much more confident in myself. And when the $10 promotion hit, it was just nuts, I was in the car and I was like, wait, what? And I just started working right away. So anyways, I signed over, I don't know the exact number, I still haven't counted, but it was around 30 distributors in that last week for the $10. But it was because also, even though I was kind of off and on throughout the year, I was still building those potentials. I was still following up. I was still interacting with them. So I still had, a good list of potentials, and I still do, because still several of them still didn't join during the $10. So people are just going to watch you, and you just got to keep following up with them consistently. That was the only way that I had that success in the time that we did that promotion. So,
and I just want to make everybody know that Michael is 9 months pregnant now?
I'll be 40 weeks tomorrow.
She's 9 months pregnant and she signed 30 distributors in a week. So and you're working full time. Are you still working right now?
Mm-hmm.
Up until her child is born, she is working full time, doing this full time. So she's got 2 full-time jobs basically.
Yeah.
So for people to say they don't have time to work this business, I think that's bullcrap, because Michael is working 2 jobs and being successful. She made time for this business. And that's something that seriously blows my mind, that you are 40 weeks pregnant, you have a full-time CNA job, and you're doing this full-time. That's just insane to me, because I know how hard I worked last week with this. I can't imagine having a full-time job on top of that and then being pregnant. So that was just insane, for me, with you being pregnant and everything, and then all of that. That was just blew my mind. So it's awesome. Like Michael said, she had a list of potentials, but for those who are just joining, you don't have that list of potentials necessarily that you've talked to. So you need to be reaching out to those friends and family, those close people, that people, I can't think of who said this, but the chicken noodle soup people who would, if you were sick, you would say, hey, I need some chicken noodle soup. And they would be over and giving that to you, whether it be your mom, your grandma, whatever. Reach out to these people and tell them, because no, we don't have the $10 promotion right now, but we still have a $59 promotion deal. If you join the business, instead of it being $100, you can join for $59, which I still think is amazing. Mm-hmm. But something I wanted to talk about signing distributors as far as posting and stuff goes is you need to make sure you find your why in this business. Mine was to be able to stay home for when we do have kids. We don't have kids now, but we will one day. And I wanted to go ahead and get a jump start on it to be able to stay home and make a full-time income just from doing whatever it was. But from working on my phone, that was pretty amazing because I'm always on my phone anyway. So why not get paid to be on your phone? So that was something that that's my why. And I'm already home now. So I'm definitely just trying to build even more of an income from my phone. I've already made more than my full-time income now. So I'm definitely wanting to double that now. And I'm not sure what Michael's why was. Do you want to share what your why was or is?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
So when I first got started, I think it was a little bit different. I was a full-time student when I started, going for nursing and planning our wedding at the time. But I hated my job. So that was, I think, the main reason. I just really wanted to quit my job. And so that was the main reason. And we had both had new car payments, so we needed some help with that. And then we got married, and now, of course, I am pregnant. And so being a stay-at-home mom would be life-changing. And so that is my main reason, but we have a ton of debt to pay off, and all of that. So I just think that this business is the only option really to even try and get ahead on anything. And it is crazy because, I was telling Brittany, my June check, because I was still enrolling people, but it was just slower than I wanted it to be, of course. But my June check was $85. And I look at that and I think about everybody's lives that I was just able to change in the past week, but how much that they are going to change our lives because of them, to that just completely my full-time income. And so I just can't thank them enough for joining, and they're changing my life. So I hope that I change theirs.
You join this business to change your own life, but that's not where it stops. You get in this business and then you realize, hey, how many people's lives can I actually change with our products and the business too? Yeah. So you get into it to change your life and to get out of debt and earn an extra $200 to $500 a month, but you end up changing so many other people's lives, which is what I love about this business. You join for you, but you end up being a part of a big family.
Yeah.
And I mean, me and Michael aren't even on the same team or anything, which I think is great because we're really good friends and we aren't even on the same family or whatever, but we met at conference and it's just been amazing to be able to become a friend with somebody that's in the same business as us and just be able to build each other up. Yeah, sure. So about posting, as far as distributors go, you don't want to be posting you can, but for the most part, I do lifestyle posts about where my office is. If I'm in my bed, I'm posting about my office view. I'm getting to make money while laying in my PJs. Or if you're working a full-time job, be able to say, I'm making an extra income while working full-time too. Take a picture of you on your lunch break and be like, hey, I'm on my lunch break for my normal job, but I'm still making money, or something simple. It doesn't even have to be huge or a paragraph or a novel or whatever. Just something simple about posting about your lifestyle and how this business can change your life. You may not have a story yet because me and Michael have been in for over a year now. You may not have a story yet, but you can definitely tell people your why you joined this business, what you expect to get out of it. Because you need to be speaking this into existence. If you don't speak what you want out of things, it's not going to happen. It's just going to stay a dream. I have it plastered all over our house, what I want to accomplish in life. I have a dream board sitting right beside my bed. I have stuff written on my mirrors. on our fridge, wherever I go to see things. Like I have stuff, like I am double diamond. Like I will overcome PCOS. I will start building our dream home. We will go to Disney. We will pay off debt. Like I have that all on my dream board and everything. So if you don't wake up and see your dreams, they're not going to become a reality. They're just going to simply stay dreams. So you need to be speaking this stuff, whether it's on social media or all over your walls, whatever it is. You need to be telling people what you want to get out of life and this business as well. But like we had said, like you have to be 100% in this business or it's not going to work. Like if you halfway do something, you're only going to be halfway paid for it. If you treat it as a hobby, you're going to get paid for it as a hobby. If you treat it like a full-time income, you're going to get paid as a full-time income. And I know most of these people on this Zoom right now are working full-time. And I understand that. When I joined, I was working full-time and going to school as well. And that's what power hours are key for. Power hours are taking an hour a day to accomplish like 10 things. Whether that being setting up your post with Buffer, because I know some people can't post during the day because of their job, but they can plan post with the Buffer app. Following up and messaging people that like your pictures from the day before or that day in the evening or whatever. Following people, like dedicate at least an hour a day to this business, solely this business. Don't be scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or like scrolling on Pinterest, whatever. You need to dedicate at least an hour specifically to this business, just laser focused on it, at least an hour a day. You can, like for me, I'm home full time, so I can do an hour here, an hour there. But I definitely still do power hours because I'll catch myself just scrolling on Facebook, scrolling on Instagram, and I get nothing done unless I make it a priority. So you definitely need to utilize those power hours or like structure yourself like that. And personal development, we talked about that. Signing loyal customers. Usually like I have a pretty high rate of signing customers, but you definitely need to be posting before and after pictures. Okay, so you don't need to be spammy. This is like a fine line between being spammy and like promoting your business. You can find stuff on Pinterest and whatnot, but other people can find that on Pinterest. People want you. They buy you before they buy the product, and they want to see you. So they want to see your personal results. They want to see you using the product. But also, like if you haven't tried the products yet, you can I just made a post today about our hair, skin, and nails. I took a picture off of Pinterest of this girl's pretty long hair, just the back of it. And like I love how Instagram, you can do multiple pictures now and do like a slideshow thing. So I posted that picture for the like definite like profile picture of it. And then I posted like a second picture of before and after, second, third, and fourth picture of like before and afters of our hair, skin, and nails. And people can scroll through that. Be like, who wants to grow out their hair, slide to the left or something to check out before and after pictures and comment below. So I just had a girl comment a minute ago, and I'm going to message her after we get off of this. But something that it doesn't look spammy on your profile, especially with Instagram, since it is all pictures. Use those like filler pictures as like the main ones and do before and afters after that. That's something that I found very useful. And then posting pictures of yourself. Don't go to Pinterest and find these graphic pictures of this ThermoFit and explaining the product, this Fat Fighters and explaining the product, because to me that's spam. And people aren't going to buy spam. They're not going to buy something that they're trying to be sold. That goes along with like cold messaging. I'll go ahead and get into that. Cold messaging will kill your business. Point blank. Like it's just going to kill your business. Now, warm marketing, like warm messaging people, that's something different. That means you've interacted with this person. You've commented on their stuff. You've built a relationship with them, and then you can message them. But I had someone today, and it's very ironic that it happened today of all days, because usually this never happens. I had a girl message me, and I'll just read it to you. I'm just going to be honest. We are not friends on Facebook. She's never liked any of my pictures or anything. Like, I mean, we aren't even friends, so she can't see half of my stuff anyway. But in my bio, I have that I'm a diamond leader with It Works Global. She did not take 2 seconds to look at my profile or like my feed or whatever. And she messaged me, "Hey, I know this is random, but I'm looking for people to try our products, and I thought you may be interested. Right now, I'm offering my distributor discount to you. All you have to do is try a product of ours and tell me what you think. I can help you figure out what would be best for you. Would you be interested?" One, that is extremely long for a very first message. When you're messaging somebody, it just needs to be like 3 sentences. Keeping it simple, like, "Hey, I thought you were super cute. I feel like you'd be amazing at what I do." Like, that's 2 sentences. As far as the business goes. But like product posts and stuff, like normally I don't message people unless they've liked my post about this specific product. Be like, "Hey, I saw you liked my post. Were you interested in this?" Like, just throwing it out there. But it's the fact that she didn't even friend me or take the time to look at my Facebook profile to know that I'm already with this company. And like, that's just something you don't do. That's going to kill your business. And like, you need to be interacting with people. I cannot stress that enough. Like, that rubbed me the wrong way. I was really polite and told her that she needed to start like looking at people's profile before she messaged people. But like, you don't do that. That's what gets us a bad name, is cold messaging people. Like, you need to be interacting with people and more messaging them. And then when like somebody comes to you or you're having a conversation with someone, like, you need to figure out their goals. Like, you don't need to just throw a product at them or throw your website at them. Don't put that on them. Like, you are the distributor. You are supposed to know the products and help other people figure out what's going to be best for them. If you don't know the products right now, you need to read on each product what each product does. And if you still need more help, you can come to us. Like, you can come to your leader who you enrolled with and figure it out. But people just want to know like what the products do. Like, if somebody wants to lose, okay, so here's an example I've had with some of our new distributors. They want to lose, I want somebody wants to lose 20 to 30 pounds. Your response would be, "Okay, well, do you work out?" Well, first off, if they don't know how much, you say, "How much do you want to lose? Are you working out? Do you have cheat meals?" Those are my 3 questions that I ask people. And if they want to lose 20 to 30 pounds, they are working out and they do have cheat meals. Highly recommend this system and adding the fat fighters along with that. Because if they're working out, that ThermoFit is going to increase their metabolism, and those fat fighters are going to block those carbs from their biggest meal. And I didn't learn this stuff by somebody telling me what it was, like having my upline tell me what products work. I figured it out on my own because I read the product catalog. I looked on my website and figured out what works best for what person and their goals. So you definitely need to be like self-motivated to do this, because I didn't have any help. Like, I didn't have an upline to help me. So don't blame like you're not being successful on your upline, because it's totally self-driven. If you're willing to work, your upline's going to be willing to meet you halfway. At least I am. I know Michael will be. But like, your upline is going to be willing to meet you halfway if you're going to put in the work. We aren't going to put in the work for you, because this is your business. You need to put in the work yourself. But don't throw your website at somebody, be like, "Hey, check out my website," and just let them look at it. Like, you need to be building a relationship and helping them. And I always, I sign up my customers as much as possible. I think in the past 6 months, I've signed up all my customers except maybe 5. And that's been like 75 customers. Like, all but 5 I have signed up. And it's just because they didn't want to give me their credit card information, which is totally fine. But I always try to sign up my customers. That way they feel like they're taken care of and that I'm actually doing my job. So I always try to do that. If they say, "Oh, well, that sounds great," and you tell them the price, like, I always say the retail price. And if you try it for 3 months, I can give you 40% off. So it will be this price per month. That's the way I do it. You can do it however you want. You just need to at least tell them it's going to be 3 months or the $50 membership fee. But I tell them the price and be like, "Oh, okay, well, that's great. Well, I can't do it right now." You'll be like, "Okay, well, when do you think you would be ready?" they'll be like, oh, well, I don't know, or, oh, next Friday. Make sure that you put that on your calendar, that you need to follow up with them next Friday if they say next Friday. If they say, oh, I don't know, I'll be like, okay, I'll give you a couple of weeks and follow up with you then. In case your phone dies. Yeah, Katrina, I'm recording it, so I'll upload it and send it to everybody. Always create urgency as well, because that gets people thinking, oh, well, I need to do this right now. Because the longer people think about it, the more they'll be like, oh, well, I really don't need that. But they actually do. Like, they aren't going to be that great without it. So I always say, okay, that's great. When will you be ready? They'll tell me, oh, next Friday. And be like, okay, I'll save your spot until next Friday. My phone's dying. Just send it to me, please. Okay. Always create a sense of urgency, because I mean, for distributor wise, I only allow so many people a month to join my business, except for last week when we had that influx of people. But usually, like, I only let a certain amount of people join my team so I can personally help train them, because otherwise it's going to be overwhelming and I don't give them the attention that they need. And then customer wise, like, I always try to do that as well, to be able to build that relationship with customers. So I only have like a certain amount of spots per month that I allow into my business. But in case like they don't know when they want to be ready, I always do follow up Fridays. You can do whatever day you want. It's just usually people get paid on Fridays. Messaging people, looking for recommendations. I watched a video this morning of the newbie to Ruby training last night, and I thought this was really good. Messaging people and be like, hey, I was just wondering if I could ask you for some recommendations, just something simple. And they'll be like, oh, what for? And be like, do you know anyone who could use an extra income, trying to lose weight, growing out their hair, or needs some more energy? And usually most of the time they'll be like, I can. Like, they'll want to do at least one of those things, or they'll tell you somebody they do know. If they don't, that's okay. That's just somebody you can write off that, I mean, don't always write people off, but that you tried to at least talk to, because unless you try to talk to somebody, the answer is always going to be no. Like Cami Dempsey posted that today. If you're not asking somebody, the answer is always no. So I would rather ask somebody and get a no than to not ask somebody and it possibly have been a yes or a maybe or whatever. So at least continue to ask people. So I thought that was something really cool that I'm going to start trying, is asking people for recommendations or having people post statuses for you. That's something I'm doing right now, messaging people and be like, hey, you may not be interested right now, but could you just post a status for me? I'll send it to you. And depending on how many people reply to that message, like, I could give you some free product. So I thought that was really cool. I got a lot of customers last month from doing that with our cleanse. So I'm going to try and do that this month as well. We talked about distributors, staying connected. Okay. For those 3 people left on our Zoom tonight, staying connected is really important. And I'm really proud of everybody else that's still on here. Oh, I just lost another person. Oh, well. I'm really proud of the people that are on here, because you take this business seriously. And like, you know the importance of team training, the Sunday night calls, the show me the money calls on Monday. Like, you need to stay plugged into these calls. When I joined, I was like, those aren't important. I can do those later. Like, those, I mean, Michael knows, like, I was like, that's not important. I could do it without them. I'm telling you guys, like, these trainings are absolutely amazing. And I still get on at least 2 or 3 a week, whether it's the Sunday night call or just a team training in general, because we have team trainings all the time, not with just our like direct downline, but like a mass team training or whatever, because you could be in this business for 10 years and still learn something new all the time, because it's evolving. It's always changing. Because when people first started, it was a mouth-to-mouth business, a belly-to-belly business. Now it's mainly through social media. So it's completely changed. And there's stuff you can learn every single day with this business. So staying connected, being plugged into our corporate calls, corporate events, our team trainings and everything. Don't just watch the recording, because I'm telling you, like, it's not as good. Recordings are great because, like, some things come up and you can't get on, but watching it live is so much better because you feel like you connect with these people. You can ask questions and they get answered immediately. So that's something that I highly recommend taking serious, is making the time to watch these trainings live. Being able to listen to the Sunday night calls, the Show Me the Money calls every Monday night. So that's something really important that you need to take seriously, as well as the personal development. Because you could miss out on new information. There are things like, I still watch newbie to Ruby trainings like last night to be able to help my team and figure out what I need to pour into my team as far as information goes. But I'm still learning stuff, even from the newbie to Ruby. I think I know all this stuff on how to go Ruby and whatnot, but like I said, the asking for recommendations, that's something I learned new this morning when I listened to that recording or whatever, because I was doing another recording last night. But like, I mean, you still need to be plugged in and involved in these calls because they are important. So those were basically all of the things I was going to go over. I know that was a lot and we've gone like an hour now, but those are just some key things I felt like were really important as far as going from newbie to Ruby, being charted, getting your volume. Obviously, if you have questions, ask them. But I just felt like that was really important. Phoenix, do you have any, or Michael even, do you have any questions? I'll unmute you all. But if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I can answer them right now.
I just learned the recommendation thing from you right now.
Isn't that awesome? Like, I was like, dude, I'm totally writing this down.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I thought that was really cool. A non-spammy way to message somebody. Because, I mean, looking back, when I first joined, all of my messages were so awful. And I think that's for everybody. Like, they just don't know how to word stuff, and it just comes in time. But, like, I felt like that was super cool way to be able to word something kind of, it's almost like reverse blitzing, because they'll be like, oh, well, yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Do you have anything, Phoenix, before we end this?
Yeah, it was kind of a lot all at once. Could you just go over how to chart Ruby again?
Yeah. Let me screen share this again.
Taylor, I'm going to go ahead and jump off.
That's fine, Michael. Thank you so much for your help and everything.
You're welcome. See you later.
Bye. Okay, Phoenix. Charting for Ruby basically is having these people, these boxes are for distributors. So say you sign 3 distributors are directly under you, and then one of those 3 signs 2 more. Or you can sign all 5 and move 2 people under this one person. So then technically you're charted or boxed for Ruby. So you have all of your distributors in line. You're just looking for volume. And volume, like I said, you get volume by having customers, building those customers and their orders. So each product is worth so much in volume. Like our wraps are 54 in volume. Our greens are 30. Hair, skin, and nails is 30. It's basically almost the same dollar amount for volume. So like say something costs $33, like usually our hair, skin, and nails $33, but it's 30 in volume. So basically this is going to be almost probably a little more, about 400 in sales is basically all that is, like in loyal customer sales. So each person has to have that for you to technically promote to Ruby. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any more questions on that, or is that good?
That's good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Did you have anything else? Because I mean, it's just me and you on right now. Before I end this.
Yeah, you said on like Instagram, if you add people and then, interact with them by liking pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you do that first message, what should you say?
It depends. If you're interacting with somebody, it depends on what I'm going for. Usually I don't like warm message as far as customers unless they've liked my picture about a specific product. Like this girl I just messaged, I posted that picture about her hair, skin, and nails. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's just a picture of that, and then I scrolled, and then there's like before and afters on there, like my personal results and stuff like that. But this was the main picture that I did, so people will like that, and then I will message them and be like, hey, I saw you liked my post. Were you interested in growing your hair out? Because it was about our hair, skin, and nails. If it was about losing weight, I'd be like, hey, I saw you liked my post about losing weight. Was that something you were interested in? So just something simple like that as far as customers go. But lifestyle posts, like if people like my posts about what, like me working wherever, just something like that, I'll say, hey, I was just looking through your profile. I feel like you would be like, look like you'd have amazing personality. I feel like you'd be amazing at what I do. Is like something simple like that. Like, I feel like you'd be amazing at what I do. Kind of leaving it to them to reply, asking a question, be like, I feel like you'd be amazing at what I do. Would you be interested? So they can reply back to you, and they'll be like, oh, well, what is it you do? I'll be like, oh my gosh, I work completely from my phone. I make more than a full-time income, or I'm supplementing my income. Have you heard of It Works Global? And most of the time people will say yes, but there's a lot of people that actually haven't heard of us. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'll tell you what I send, because I send the same thing. I'll be like, oh my gosh, we are health and wellness and cosmetic company. We are mostly known for our skinny wraps, but have over 40 products, 40 GMO-free, naturally based products. They range from energy drinks, nutritional supplements, essential oils, weight loss, and so much more. My favorite part is actually making an income from my phone. So I know that one's a little longer, but it kind of gives them the range of like whether they want to lean towards products or business. It's totally up to them at that point. So I kind of just flow with the conversation after that. There's no like scripted messages usually or anything like that. Most of my messages aren't really scripted anyway. I try to be really personable and genuine. That's something really key in the business, is being genuine with people, not spamming, not sending the same message to 50 million people. Just something that's totally you. And you can use any of my stuff, but it's not you. You can use it and go from it and kind of create it to be you. But I highly recommend being yourself. If it's not something you feel like you would say, then don't say it. Just try to say something that you would personally say. So it's just what I do. Did that answer your question? I know that was kind of long.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm going to transfer this recording